Since 1960, no presidential candidate from Massachusetts, Democrat or Republican, has won the presidency. What's up with that?
I'm running for president.
Do you know what all of those names have in common?
They all ran for the presidency.
Did any of them win?
No.
You ask someone about Mike Dukakis, and their first response is going to be the guy in the tank.
Right.
Is it us?
It could be. Maybe a little too liberal.
A lot of America, what they want is a little more conservative, as you saw with this past election.
I think it's too liberal.
Boston, Massachusetts is the home of the champions, and eventually we'll get somebody.
Eventually we'll get somebody. Maybe it's Tom Brady. I mean,
maybe.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
This morning's OTR political analyst, Democrat Marianne Marsh is with us. Republican Patrick Griffin is with us. Great to have you guys.
Okay, a ton of questions. Why is Warren going public about her presidential aspirations a month before her reelection? Is Deval Patrick's activities pushing her? Is she afraid that she is going to be left out? And why isn't John Kerry ruling it out? I guess this is a lot to ask, but you know what, Marianne? I bet you can answer them.
Kavanaugh is a galvanizing event, and Trump is a match to gasoline. She was smart to capitalize upon this moment when women are upset and they're looking for people to stand up to Trump, Kavanaugh, and everything that's being done. She's made a lot of smart moves. She's got staff in New Hampshire, South Carolina, and Nevada. She's given money to every Democratic state committee in the country. She's way ahead of everybody else. Deval Patrick is no threat to her right now. Unless he inherits the entire Obama operation lock, stock, and barrel, he's not going to be competitive with her right now. And John Kerry obviously has the benefit of being a nominee before and obviously thinking about it again. But she's in a league.
Do you think he's seriously thinking about it?
We'll see. But she's in a class by herself, and she starts out as the front runner right now.
So why is Massachusetts always part of the conversation?
Well, we agree she's in a class by herself. That's for sure, Senator Warren. Look, she's clearly not concerned about the 58% of the voters in the Suffolk poll last week that didn't want her to run. Elizabeth Warren suffers from a significant and chronic case of FOMO, fear of missing out. Her problem is Deval Patrick. Her problem is John Kerry. Her problem is Bernie Sanders and a bunch of Democrats that look like a wax museum who will not get out of the way. The bottom line is Elizabeth Warren may not even run for president, but what she will do is line her bank account as much as she can, raise her national profile. Marianne's right about one thing. This was the right place for angry Elizabeth Warren, who's really just Trump on the other side of the room, to step in and let her voice be heard.
This is why Patrick's a Republican, okay? I mean, Elizabeth Warren was smart to do this. And guess who took notice? Your friend
Warren,
Donald Trump.
Elizabeth Warren, by the way, and for the record, and take this to the bank, couldn't be elected anything in this country, particularly when you see where Democrats lost last time. The Rust Belt states will look at Elizabeth Warren and they will believe that Hillary Clinton was a movement conservative.
She's got a great populist economic message.
We'll see about
better
that.
than anybody
we'll see
else.
about that.
Item two is when we had Dan Rivera on this morning. I want to talk about what happened up in the Merrimack Valley. I want to specifically boil it down to this. Charlie Baker took over $12,000 from Eversource, the company that he put in charge of fixing the Columbia gas debacle. The question is, Marianne, is this more than an eyebrow raiser?
No, I think it would have been malpractice if he didn't send Eversource up there because Columbia was doing such a bad job. Couldn't send National Grid. They're in a strike. So had he gotten the money before or after, everyone would have raised their eyebrows. But I think he did what he had to do, and they're not doing the job right now.
National Grid's in a lockout, right? Not a strike, right?
Correct.
Just
Correct.
wordage corrected.
Correct.
Go ahead, Pat.
In terms of scale and emergency response capacity, Eversource really and National Grid are the only two that could have done this. The bottom line is Charlie Baker has $6.3 million cash on hand. You're really going to tell me that 0.19% is buying the governor? That's malarkey.
Okay, you heard Dan Rivera this morning. Do you see his future for him beyond Lawrence, just based on what you've seen over the last few weeks, Pat?
You know, he's done a remarkable job. He's been transparent. He's been communicative. He also has delivered the one thing that you want to see from government, which is competency. It's with something you can never be ready for. I think the mayor's done a great job. I think he's worked well with the state and other members of communities around the Lawrence area, and I think he deserves great grades. Watch him, because I think the Democrats are desperate for someone who's proven he can do it.
So your
I
answer
think
is
he
basically
could.
yes.
I think he
What
could.
about you, Marianne? Do you agree?
Look, Dan Rivera is the best thing that's happened to Lawrence in almost forever, frankly. And he's done a great job across the board. And he's exactly the kind of guy you want to be in politics. And I believe he has a great future if he wants it. I think the question is, what does he want to do next? It's not clear he wants to stay in politics right after this job. I wish he could be mayor of Lawrence forever because they could finally get back on their feet, but we'll have to see.
I want to shift the conversation now to something that happened a few months ago. It's been over 3 months since an incident on a JetBlue flight where Governor Baker's son was accused of groping another passenger. He, at the time, called for an independent investigation. The question is, Marianne, should he answer questions about this before the election?
He did this week at an editorial board at the Springfield Republican, where he was asked about this topic and he addressed it. And as I said at the time, the question here is there any undue influence on the investigation? In this editorial board meeting, he said absolutely not. It's in the purview of the U.S. Attorney's Office, period, end of sentence. He has no influence over them. That would be the only issue there, and that does not seem to be an issue today.
Patrick, what's your read?
I agree. I think the governor has said from the very beginning that he thought that this should be a full, fair, and thorough investigation of his son. He said he loves his son, but this is something that the U.S. Attorney's Office is working on. At the end of the day, the problem with the U.S. Attorney is they don't tell you anything unless there's a charge or a settlement. So we're going to have to wait and see.
The much expected report from the Massachusetts Health Policy Commission says question 1 could cost us nearly $1 billion if approved, and it won't make much difference in care. Supporters of the question complain the report is suspect. Will this sway the outcome, Pat?
Well, we talked about this last week. This is a terrible choice. Everybody would love to have nurses have no more than 4 patients in their care in a general med-surg unit in the hospital. That's an easy question. The problem is if it means now hospitals are going to have to hire 2,000 to 3,000 new nurses where nurses don't exist. We were just talking about this in the green room. You can't find skilled nursing to staff these things. At the end of the day, when you tweak healthcare in one place, there will be an abject outcome somewhere else. This is the one. Particularly bad. Community hospitals will get hit the worst. Large populations of Medicaid and Medicare patients.
Which is what Dan Rivera said this morning, Marianne.
Once again, my colleagues run the no on one question. Right. I'll be saying that for a few more weeks. And as I said last week, I don't think this is the factor. It's a factor, but $1 billion is a big number. I still believe that in the end, voters are going to look at this. This will be factored into their consideration. But does this affect their health care in Massachusetts, where you can't find better health care in the country or in the world? People come here. So $1 billion price tag is certainly going to get your attention, but the quality of your health care, no matter where you live in Massachusetts, is the thing that matters.
It's amazing.
Most.
There's a governor's race, there's a United States Senator race, and this is the most talked about issue that's on the ballot.
It affects everybody. Follow the money.
Follow the money.
And not only that, it's the most ads on TV, both sides.
Both sides,
are on,
all the time.
More than Charlie
everyone's
Baker,
life
more
is
than
affected.
the Senate race.
Everyone's life is affected.
We continue on the record. Stay with us.